If you never toss an empty fishing line into a lake, why are you posting content with no strategy? You're listening to Success Unleashed, where we show contractors how to grow a 7 or 8-figure business. My name is Garrett Bake, and I've helped over 1,000 contractors and trade business owners just like you put the people, processes, and plan in place to create ultimate freedom. Welcome to the show. Last week, we took a bunch of our clients out to Idaho and had a quarterly retreat. Now, the purpose of the quarterly retreat is to get clear on your numbers, what happened the last 90 days, what you learned, and then how you're making adjustments for the next 90 days. That's really the purpose. But we called this retreat Hook, Line, and Strategy because, well, there's a lot of guys and gals who love to fish. And so the afternoon of the first day, from 5 p.m. on, we were fishing. And then the next morning, from 5 a.m. till about 11 a.m., we were fishing. Now, truth be told, I'm not a fisherman, but I'm going to give you my perspective. We had a lot of guys in the group that are. And so I think the last time I went fishing, I was like, 20 years old. It's been a minute, right? But it's not that I don't like it. I just never learned it, right? So we decided, hey, let's go fishing. And the first day was great for me. I was, grilling on the barbecue and got to go out and visit with some of the guys and gals. And it was interesting that there were different techniques that they were fishing, right? There were the traditional fishermen, right? Cast the line, reel it in, cast the line, reel it in. Then there were the fly fishermen. And for those of you who know how to fly fish, right? Well, there's casting, coming back, trailing, all that good stuff. Now, I didn't know any of this stuff, but I was starting to learn this first day, right? The difference between the two. The two fly fishermen had their big overalls, right? They had the waders on, and they were out almost close to the middle of the river. And the other guys that were fishing, right? Traditional fishermen, they were on the bank, right? One guy was in a little boat, but that didn't last very long. The next morning, when we went out to the river, we went to a different spot. One of the guys, Ryan, is like, hey, you ready to go fishing? I was like, yeah, let's go fishing. So Ryan had an extra pair of waders. He had an extra fishing line and whatnot. And he took me out into the water and he's showing me the fundamentals, the basics. Okay. What are we fishing for? Where are we fishing? How do we know where the fish are? Right. And he's teaching me all these little things. And truth be told, I didn't learn it all, but I did learn a lot. Okay. But he's teaching me and he's talking through all these things. And he's like, okay, you've watched me do it. Now it's your turn. And so he gives me the line and he tells me where and how to cast and how to trail, right? And all this good stuff. And so I'm doing this over and over again. Within 10 minutes, kid you not, within 10 minutes, I hook a fish. And it wasn't just a little fish. It was a pretty decent sized fish. Now for you fishermen, you're probably laughing right now. You're like, yeah, every story gets bigger. True, it does. But I have a video to prove it. I don't have a picture, but here's why. So Ryan's like, fish, right? And he says, every time I say fish, you need to pull back, right? Try and hook them. And so he says fish the first time. I don't hook anything. Or I'm like, wait, what fish? Where? Right? He's like, no, you got to hook them. I was like, okay. The next time he says fish, I'll hook them, right? So I start to reel this fish in and he's like, hey, bring it over to me. He's got the net and he knows how to unhook, the fish. And I'm getting ready to take this beautiful picture with this rainbow trout, right? So Ryan gets it in the net and it got a little twisted up in the line. And so he grabs it, and he's untwisting the line, trying to unhook it. And little Mr. Fish is like, peace out, jumps out of his hands and swims off. And I went from Jubilee, I caught my first fish, to what just happened, right? Fish took off. Now, unfortunately, the rest of the day, I didn't catch anything. And luckily, my wife took some video. So I do have video, but I don't have a picture. Now, why am I telling you a story about me fishing? This isn't a show about fishing, or is it? I want you to think about it this way. The reason I caught a fish had nothing to do with my skill level. Like nothing, right? It had everything to do with what? The right guidance, right? The right location, the right time, the right bait, so on and so forth. In other words, if you're a professional fisherman, let me ask you this. Would you pray and hope that you were going to catch something? Would you just randomly grab whatever bait you have in your bag and throw it out there at any particular location at any time of day? No. What are you going to do? You're going to start doing some digging, right? It's the same thing with contractors. Those who like to post and pray ignore the three big things when it comes to fishing: the right bait, the right spot, the right time. Most contractors don't know any of these three. And again, I'm not blaming you for it. I just want you to become aware of this. And if this is burning a little bit right now, if you're flipping me off, totally cool with it, okay? Because this is what you need to understand. The reason that you're not getting the results that you want online is because you don't understand how to fish. That's it, right? And it's nothing more complicated than that. So how do you get better at fishing? Well, it's pretty simple. In order for me to become better at fishing, understand the lures, right? Understand where and how and all the good things, the times that I need to cast, I need to go do more fishing, right? So this is what you need to understand, okay? As a fisherman, you got really good at understanding what kind of bait to use, the best spots, and the best times, right? And that helps increase the likelihood of you catching a fish. It's the same thing when it comes online, right? Random social media posts equal empty hooks, right? No lures, no bites, no leads. So you can think that just by posting randomly on Facebook, hey, look at this job we're doing, right? Or, hey, I'm a framing contractor and I'm looking to connect with more GCs, right? You can think that that's actually going to lead you to catching more fish, right? In other words, catching more jobs. But the truth is it's not. So what is it that we need to do? Very simply, it's this, okay? Number one, you need to pick your fish, right? When you know what you're fishing for, it helps you determine where, what time, and what kind of bait, right? And if you're a fisherman, 100% you better be agreeing with me right now, right? You need to know those three things. If you don't, what's the likelihood of you catching a fish? Fishing is like marketing. We don't actually know exactly what's going to work, but we try to use everything in our favor to increase the likelihood of having success, okay? First thing, pick your fish. You need to determine who your ideal client is. Is it a homeowner? Is it a contractor? Is it residential? Is it commercial, right? What is it that you're fishing for? You've identified the client. Now, what type of work are you going to be doing for them, right? Is it for homeowners and you're doing high-end kitchens and baths? Is it for remodelers and you're doing roofing, right? What is the thing that you're doing for? So the audience, okay, and what is it you're doing for them? Pick your fish. The second thing is you have to choose the right bait. If I'm going after contractors, I'm not really going to be posting a ton on Facebook. Why? Because most contractors aren't on Facebook. Where are they? Oh, I don't know. They're at a job site. They're at a supply store. They're in the office, right? They're running a business. And so I'm going to do what I need to do to get the right bait for them. What is it that they're going to enjoy, right? That they're going to think that's interesting, that's going to catch their attention, right? That's what I'm looking for the right bait. The third thing kind of goes with the second one is you got to cast where they swim, right? Contractors, again, not going to be in the office, or not going to be online much. Homeowners, where are they going to be? They're going to be online, right? You got your next doors, you got your local Facebook groups, right? You got all these different places that you can fish online for homeowners. If I was a painting contractor, for example, I would first of all follow a bunch of the really cool painting contractor Instagram account and see what and how they're posting. Hey, what are the trends, for the fall of 2025? And then I would look at that and say, how can I recreate this to attract those types of people, right? When I go on social media, I don't go on social media to consume. Sure, some of the stuff's funny. What I go on social media for is two reasons. Number one, it's to get my team content ideas. Hey, maybe we should try this, right? This approach or this thing. Two, it's to see, okay, what are people actually connecting with, right? I can go record 100 different videos, but if they're not speaking to my audience, right? And they're not attracting the people that I want to attract, then what's the point? Again, your outcome has to be clear. What is it that you want? You want to catch a fish. What kind of fish, right? What are you offering the fish? Okay. Where are you fishing? Okay. We got to get those things dialed in. So if you want to turn your cold water, okay, into a feeding frenzy of qualified leads, you have to get better at finding and attracting the right fish. Marketing is that simple. So my challenge to you is this week, figure out one thing that you can do to improve your marketing approach. Is it the right fish that you got to get dialed in? Is it the right bait that's going to attract them? Is it the right location that you're going to catch them? What is it for you that you have to do to improve your marketing and thereby increase the likelihoods of you hooking that fish? All right, you know what time it is. It's time for you to get after it. 3, 2, 1, off you go. If you're serious about growing your contracting business, and let's be real, if you made it to the end of this episode, you are. We've got a free community built just for you. Inside, you'll get access to exclusive courses, live coaching calls, and in-person events that will give you the tools to scale with confidence. Click the link below to join us, and I'll see you on the inside.